370,000 inhabitants by a 2015 estimate. That is just about 90 kilometers southeast of Addis Ababa. The only other city in Ethiopia that has a science and agriculture technology stadium. So it's the Adama Science and Technology University Stadium where we'll be bringing this match from. It's the second match of the afternoon. The second one in the second leg. Hadiya Hosaena FC versus their defending champions, Fasil kenema. Very big concentration of play in the midfield as well. Just as I predicted earlier on, there's going to be a congestion in there. A lot of balls are going to go in there as the two sides try to pick up the control and shells of the midfield. This one is lost to Hadiya. Can they get it through? Little touch comes from the goalkeeper, Gjilani, and pushes the ball away. And that's all it takes to save it from being a goal here, isn't it, Peter?
Oh, yes, and Kenema loses the ball, and there's a foul at the same time, but the goalkeeper concentrated very well, touched the ball out for a corner.
The header gets it away from the goalkeeper, and it's out of the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Emelec is the man who was going for it. He couldn't quite get to it. I think they had a chance to try and get somebody turning it in, but it's a little bit too long by the time Emelec is getting to it.
Third balls are going to excite the game, surely. Even the fans are going to rise up because there is some adrenaline coming in when the balls are in the box. When they danger in goal, I think it will create some adrenaline, and the game is going to be pumped up very soon, I believe. I think the Hadiya side,
it has to be given back.
Hadiya side too defensive-minded, playing very well defensively, and somehow fearing to go into attack. Because if they had one goal, this is
and with that, you get Bihuret Murugeta, a former international and midfielder as well as the coach of Hadiya Hosaena, a little bit worried at the moment on how his team will perform against the defending champion, Siom Kebene. So just about to start this game here today. Fasil, I've got Amsalo Tilawid as well. Yared Baye, Shibeke Guksa, Bijab Meleo, Abtamu Tekeste, Ashalo Tamene, Mujib Kasim Alembirhan Yikno, Bereket Desa, and Okiki Tope Afolabi. Captain of the side is Yared Baye for the Fasil kenema side, and Enoch Arficho for the Hadiya Hosaena side. Looking at one of the Guksa brothers, this time round it is the older one, Shibeke Guksa. And some very technical players that will be on the field today. The intensity of the first game wasn't as much as was expected, but maybe it will live up to the occasion in this one. We're into like we know we have the defending champion and a team that is priding itself so consistently on defensive characteristics in Hadiya Hosaena.
Oh yes, and that is the reason I think head coach Siom Kebede has started with a 4-1-3-2 formation, starting with Mujib Kasim and Okiki Tope Afarabi up front. I think he knows the defensive abilities of Hadiya Hosaena, and he feels like he should be going for goals very early in this game. Hadiya Hosaena are on a 3-5-2, their lines being watched by Abeyahu Yohannes, and Abtamu Tadese, who already has 4 goals to his credit.
Well, that just means that it's going to be a little bit of a crowding, especially in the midfield. That's 5 for the Hadiya Hosaena side. A 4-1-3-2 is essentially just a 4-4-2. Might just turn into that. And here is a big run into the box, trying to cut it on a 45. The defenders almost mixing themselves in the clearance. This is a Bebetilau coming onto this other side. Salutilau, I beg your pardon, and had to turn in onto the right side to try and clear the danger. The intensity of this was slightly higher. Big run. Again down on the left side. A quick clearance sends it away. Off the feet of Bereket Desta. But still not completely out. Afolabi will pick it up. Tries to set it up for Birhan Yigzo, who's playing it out to the right side. Shimikit Guksa trying to get a return ball. That's Mujib now. Shielding and holding on. He's a big, stocky striker. Can't get him off the ball that easily. Shimikit Guksa. And ultimately, the cross coming off the feet of Birhan Yigzo. Again, pushing hard. And we're going to see this intensity in this game for 90 minutes. Fasil, kenema. Very big concentration of play in the midfield as well. Just as I predicted earlier on, there's going to be a congestion in there. A lot of balls are going to go in there as the two sides try to pick up the control and shells of the midfield. This one is lost to Hadiya. Can they get it through? Little touch comes from the goalkeeper, Gjilani, and pushes the ball away. And that's all it takes to save it from being a goal here, isn't it, Peter?
Oh, yes, and kenema loses the ball, and there's a foul at the same time, but the goalkeeper concentrated very well, touched the ball out for a corner.
The header gets it away from the goalkeeper, and it's out of the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Emelec is the man who was going for it. And he couldn't quite get to it. I think they had a chance to try and get somebody turning it in, but it's a little bit too long by the time Emelec is getting to it.
Such balls are going to excite the game, surely. Even the fans are going to rise up because there is some adrenaline coming in when the balls are in the box. When they danger in goal, I think it will create some adrenaline, and the game is going to be pumped up very soon, I believe. I think the Hadiya side,
it has to be given back.
Hadiya side too defensive-minded, playing very well defensively, and somehow fearing to go into attack. Because if they had one goal, this looks like a team that has potential.
Here they are, then on the right side, going for a shot, and a little touch here would put it in the net. There is no way that would have not gone in, but it's in an offside position. But actually, that would only take any touch whatsoever, would put that ball in the net. Only it has been adjudged to be offside. From the right side, a good cross was coming in. You and I will get a chance to see it again from the right side.
How is that even an offside, Bernard?
I'm not exactly sure, but maybe if we put it on a straight line, we'd have been able to see it.
I don't think any of his body parts was in front of any defender at any point before the ball was released.
I'm going to give the assistant the benefit of doubt there because of the angle that we are watching it from and the line where the assistant was. If he puts it in a straight line, then maybe here is a shot, line this up. That's the man we talked about scoring goals from a distance. Emelec puts it in the net quite unexpectedly and lights up the stadium one more time. Goes all the way to the bench for his celebration. It checked a little deflection, yes, but it's just a vintage shot from Emelec. He's done it before. He's doing it again. And he's lighting up the stadium for the defending champions, Fasil, kenema. 9 corners in total, but 7 for Fasil, only 2 for the Hadiya side. What do they do in the corner? We'd like to see what they've been training for. They got all their men safe for 2 in that box. That means it's a high expectation from the side. The header! It's in the net! It's in the net! Yes, they get the equalizing goal here. And viewers will get up, might pretend that he's not celebrating it, but he is. And what a goal! What a header as well. Well deserved from the Hadiya side for their hard work that they have had. It's Whoopshit, I think, who put it in the net. Clear Whoopshit. That may just look like what it is, but also those who know the Hadiya Hosaena side know they've brought out the most defensive side of them. They're a very defensive team. Liverpool knows that things are bad and he wants this draw badly. Just a few seconds remaining. I think he's going to be a happier man now that he's got back into a draw 1-1. It will be beneficial for the Hadiya Hosaena side. It won't be very good for the Fasil side, but Liverpool is happy. 2 different sides. A very defensive Hadiya Hosaena side who just waited and stopped the Fasil side, slowed them down and made sure that they were not making any inroads before they made their draw. At the end of it all, Hadiya Hosaena 1, Fasil 1. That's the end of it at the Adama Science and Technology